it's not very much different from that one that was presented in another group of people. Right. It's important that we acknowledge that as people, we are people that are grounded in the love and foundations of God. As you are navigating a career, once you forget that your life is in the hands of God, you will make a huge mistake. The Bible emphasizes the value of work, learning, and purpose in living. That we should know, that we should have it in us. We should know that if you go to Genesis 2 verses 15, I'm not preaching, but I'm just showing you that because from the beginning God was there and God created, and without God we are nothing. Are we together, people? So even if you want to be an accountant, you must remember that your foundations are in God. As you choose your as you choose your careers. If I can read a few verses, Genesis 2 verse 15, the Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work. To do what? To work. So as you wake up every day, you must remember that you must work. If you are at school, you must study. If you are out of school, you must work. If you are sleeping and waking up, you must work. Monday to Friday, you must work. Are we together? Let us remember also that Proverbs 22 and 29 says, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings, and he will not stand before obscure men. What will he do? What will he do? Stand before what? Kings. When I was growing up, if you would ask me that at one time I'll stand and speak to populations and crowds all over Africa and all over South Africa, I wouldn't have known that. But I have managed to speak before kings, speak before presidents across Africa. Just in November, I was in Dubai, not on my own accord, not on my own pocket, everything financed, and I was speaking to kings in Dubai. Period, end of November, I was in Oxford, speaking, standing on the very platform that Barack Obama was standing on the very platform that many presidents and academics have stood just because of work, just because of education. So if anybody, friends, my friends, young friends, says to you, school is not important, remember this. It remains true that to the African child, to all of us, education is still the key. Right? If we want to wrestle, get back the economy into our hands, education is still key, young people. Education is what? Key, because it will open doors for you to stand before what? Kings. Whether it's chief executives of organizations, whether it's presidents of countries, whether it's ministers of countries, whether it's professional leaders of different organizations. Are we together? Are we together, good people? Oh, you're not listening. It says you will not stand before obscure men. Obscure men, these are people that are nonentities in life, people that are not important. But you are going because you're taking your education serious. Today you are here because of this career day. You are going to stand before kings because you are taking your education what? Serious. Are we together? Right? And I appreciate you for being here today. And also, if you read Colossians 3 verses 23, it says, whatever you do, work it with all your heart. Whatever you do, you're not with me. I'm not preaching, I'm reminding you. And I know your pastor will remind you tomorrow. I'm also reminding you today. Whatever you do, what should you do? Work it with all your heart. Right? If you go to Ecclesiastes 9 verses 10 says, whatever hand finds to do, do it with all your might. So as you go to school, whatever you do, do it with all your might. Right? Hey. My friends, move your slides. Move with me. Move, my friends at the back. Can you move with me? Move to slide number 3. Move to slide number 3. Help me move for the sake of my friends here. So that though we are opening two different, I'm on slide number 5, but you should be on slide number 3 because that is a different presentation. Should be on slide number 3. Yes. Slide number 3, yes. Thank you. Christian scholars like Parker Palmer emphasizes the need for vocation. Vocation is education that is based on skills, not on words, not on theory. What are we saying? Vocation is what? Education that is based on skills. So many of us despise plumbing, they despise welding, they despise agriculture, they despise work of hands, jobs that make us wear overalls. We despise them. But how many of the people are able to then become business on their own who have done a theoretical degree versus a person who has done a skills-based degree, a technical qualification? Are we together? So what I'm saying to you is that it's not an offense, it's not bad when your friends make it and go to university and your points, your high school pass shows that you must go to TVET college. Go to TVET college. Don't sit. Go to TVET college. Find your... Right now, for a lawyer to put up a code or to get an invoice, the lawyer must first of all send the invoice. The lawyer must first of all negotiate. But if you get home right now, there's a plumbing problem. You're not going to wait for a quotation. You say, my call-out fee is 400 rand. Before I work, my call-out fee is what? 400 rand, and we are there. And after doing your job, you get paid. So do not despise people that are doing skills programs. We must change our mindset and know that we are different. Others are skills-oriented, while others are theoretical-oriented. Those that are theoretical-oriented, let them continue, because we need lawyers, we need accountants, but at the end, we need these buildings to be completed. We need builders, we need architects, we need plumbers. Are we together? So all of us are important. All careers are important. But let us change the focus. We are focusing too much on jobs that make us wear ties and jackets and beauty and glamour, but there is no business in that. There is so much business in skills programs. Are we together? I need someone to be signaling time. I need someone to be reminding me of time. Go to a slide. It should be slide number 4 on your slides. There is this lie again that I want to dispel today. They say grade C or C students, or they say students that are not doing very well in school, when later in life they employ A students. Isn't it? Well, that's what we always hear. No, I'll start a business. when I finish grade 9, I'll start a business. You go to Kabane location, you'll find the general dealer that I found when I came in 2003 to bury my great-grandfather. I think it's still there. It's still written, Banban General Dealer. It's still a one shop. But the same way Pick and Pay, when it started as a spaza shop. But because a lot of people invested in learning how business is done, a lot of people went and got educated. Pick and Pay now is a very big company. Do you see that we need to go to school? Yes. We did not say if you have not gone to school, you cannot start a business. But we are saying the skill to sustain will only come when you get capacitated, when you get skilled, when you continue to learn. Are we together? The career landscape is transforming due to artificial intelligence. Move to slide. I'm not sure what slide is it on your side. Slide 4, maybe. Slide 4. Slide 4. So, the career landscape is transforming to artificial intelligence, climate change, digitalization, and shifting of values. In such times, all right, thank you. Purpose, not just profit, should drive career choices. Lifelong learning is both a practical and a spiritual discipline. It is a practical, young people, and a spiritual discipline. We must embrace faith, flexibility, and formation throughout our careers. From primary school, you must navigate. Remember, in primary school, you did a few subjects. When you go to high school, you did many subjects. You go to UNISA, first degree, you find people that are doing first degrees are doing 32 subjects, 40 modules, you see. So if you are not flexible, if you are not growing, you'll have a problem in life. Are we together? Young people? I'm alone now. Just a few key points to give you advice, young people. Discover your God-given talents, interests. Explore career paths through job shadowing. Do not just sit. If you are in grade 9, do job shadowing. If you are in grade 6, do job shadowing. Parents that are here, encourage this in our churches. Encourage this in our communities. That our young people should be introduced into the world of work at this young age. Encourage job shadowing. And one of these, what is happening today must not be just one day event in a year. Let's have them let them normalize career days in all our aspects, in our churches, in our schools, in our communities. Both political force and the business and the churches and the schools must come together to do this such that our young people will be afforded these chances. We do not want our young people to be like us or to be like me. Maybe many adults that are here never had a problem such as mine of going to school not knowing what you want to do after high school. But we do not want these young people to suffer from that at this very young age. And this is one of the reasons why they are here. So we should always combine passion, purpose, and practicality. Passion, purpose, and practicality. Passion, purpose, practicality. What am I passionate about? What is my purpose in life? what is practical. For example, I remember there was one guy that started astronomy. One guy graduated with astronomy, and he was a very interesting character to talk to in Soweto. You talk every day, people would wake up, or on Sundays, on Saturdays, when people are bored, they'll be asking him about astronomy. But what does it tell you? In the morning, he wakes up, he's around. In the afternoon, he's around. He's not working because he is not relevant to the careers that are there. There are not so many of our people that were getting, by then, that were getting employed. Old people, they understand me. There were not so many people of our people that were getting employed in astronomy at that time, isn't it? And so relevance is very important when you choose a career. Rustenburg is full of mines, right? Think about that as you study. Are you in compliance of your community? These days, there's a social media platform, TikTok, that's going on. Ibetunana campaign, we know it, isn't it? Oh, we don't know the Betunana campaign, where they're saying do serious courses, go to serious university and do serious courses, isn't it? Right? But a serious course to somebody else is different from to the other person, isn't it? All right? You are not choosing your fate. You are discovering your calling. God is already preparing you a path for you. There are those that are very much early into their careers. Those that may have gone past matric and they're just going into, they've just been working. It's important that as we are in that stage, invest in learning and development, both in biblical stewardship and also in your gift. Seek mentors. Be accountable to your growth. Number one, seek mentors, right? Look around. Either get a teacher as your mentor, get an accountant in your community as your mentor if you want to be an accountant. If you want to be an engineer, look for an engineer that is going to mentor you through. Do not wait until you get to high school. In primary school, in high school, look for a mentor. Are we together? Look for a mentor now, whatever level you are in. And also be faithful in small tasks. If you are not faithful now, and if you are not faithful to yourself now, there is never a time that you are going to be faithful. You start practicing to be faithful now as you navigate your career choices. Are we together? Just for us to quickly visualize, not to waste time on that, this is what is happening in the world of work. This graphical visual compares the percentage of new job entrants by profession and skills area. It clearly shows that fields like data science, now I'm pointing to the young ones that have not yet chosen careers, to things that you should start thinking about. Data science, software development, AI and machine learning are attracting the highest proportion of new professionals. So start thinking about that. Start thinking about that. This chart illustrates the estimated influence of artificial intelligence across various careers and sectors. In software development, 80%, there is integration of AI. Manufacturing, 70%. Customer care, there is 65%. Healthcare, 40%. So what it says is, as you are thinking about your careers, do not forget that AI is here. You can't ignore it. As you are thinking of your new employer, These are the top 10 employing industries in South Africa as of 2025. Such that as you choose your career, you're saying, if I'm going to work, which industry am I going to work for? Which industries are employing? Which industries are employing currently in 2025? You may be thinking of an industry that you like, but you find that it's not employing. So that's a reality that you need to navigate and think about, so that you can think about industries that are employing and see that whatever you want to do, does it help you to get employed? For time, I'm not going to go through all of them, but we are looking at them, isn't it? We are seeing them, right? Are we together? For those that are in jobs, for those that are working, it's important that we stay teachable people. If you ask those that are working, they will tell you that there is nothing as difficult as working with a person who is not teachable, who will tell you that for the past 10 years, I've been doing this thing this way. So I do not want to innovate. I do not want to be creative. I don't want any new ideas. So please stay teachable. Always have appetite to be taught. Shift from success to significance. Instead of thinking that you are very successful, be significant. Be a contributor to your team, to the people in your family, to the community. Those that are older, that are here, think about mentoring these young people. Think about building a legacy for these young people. Reinvent with courage. Restart. Your job it may be that your job when you got employed did not need any IT skills. But there is no way that your job by now and by tomorrow and by next year will still not IT skills. So it is up to you to make yourself relevant now, not to wait for tomorrow. Stand up. Okay, thank you. Future skills for employment. This is important that, number one, cognitive skills are very important. Problem-solving skills. So be a problem solver. Be digital. Emotional intelligence is also very important. Spiritual character is important. Self-leadership, entrepreneurial skills are very important. And the following sectors: technology, healthcare, sustainability and energy, education, skills and trades, which plumbing, etc. falls under. Digital entrepreneurship, very important. All right? My time is up, but before I close, it's important to remind you that you are relevant and you are important. And your importance can only come from you, not from anybody else. Remember that you should be an economic contributor. Prepare yourself, align yourself for the future, and be relevant. Scholars like Howard Gardner argue that the importance of developing a good work mindset, work that is excellent, ethical, engaging, for Christians is not a debatable issue. So as Christians, we must always remember that we must stay relevant and we must be trendsetters. And yes, we can. And yes, it is possible. Okay? My last closing, I want us to take from what the American president said when he accepted the presidency, Barack Obama. He said, yes, we can with Americans. But with us today, I want us to change it and say, yes, I can. Can we do that? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I must, I can, and I will win.
Thank you, Mr. Sibanda, for such an insightful advice in navigating our careers. Before I call upon the next speaker, I would like to inform you guys, please do not throw away the cups that were given, as you guys can reuse them for water, or if you want more coffee or tea going forward. All right, just a quick energy check. Please stand up, young people. Please stand up, because you guys are acting like you're bored and it's sleepy and come on now. Please stand up, young people. All right, please repeat after me. So I will say, we love, you go, Jesus, and then I will reverse it. Jesus, we love. All right. Okay, we love. I can't hear you. That was too low. That was too low. Can you repeat that? All right. We love. Jesus. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Please, let's repeat that one more time. Energy this time, please. All right. We love Jesus.
Career in teaching. I'm a 2000. Just one. Why? Don't your teachers inspire you? Sure. Yeah. Okay, as said, my name is Khonzing Kosi. To correct, I'm quite young. I've not been teaching for a decade. That's a long time. Ne? I'm very young. I'm pretty sure you can see when you look at me. Okay, more about myself. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, like I said, I'm Khonzing Kosi. I recently turned 27. I think I'm a passionate educator. There's an educator, then there's a passionate educator. Okay, the difference between the two is that one is doing it for the money and one really loves the kids. Okay, and then I graduated from the University of the Witwatersrand in 2022, and then I started working the same year, 2022. Ne? I know it's a shocker, because when you see on social media, people say, I graduated, I didn't find a job, and I sat for 10 years. Ne? Let me tell you something. If it's what God wants for you, you will work within the next hour of graduating. Okay. Next slide. Okay, so yeah, simply I graduated, qualified in Bachelor's of Education, and then within the same year, I think 3 months later or so, I got my first job in Geelot Park Secondary School. I see familiar faces, even some amongst us. Ne? They are products from us. Okay. Next slide, thank you. Like I said, I've been working at Geelot for about 3 years, and then I teach English home language. I teach grade 10, 11, and 12. Ne? Common question I get, do they respect you? Don't they ask you out? It's simple. Kids treat you the way you treat them. You love them, they love you. Boundaries, that's it. Right. Okay, just me in class randomly. I think it was when I started working. And then, next slide. Yeah, some of them over the past few years. Okay, then we go to the next slide. So, let's talk. Why teaching? Nah? Let's say you never thought about it, but I'm here to give it a try, to say think about it even though it's not something you are looking into. So why teaching? Next slide. First things first, teaching, you empower others so that they can find independence and change the things that they hate about society. I'm sure as young people, there's so many things that you want to change, you see happening, né? From parents to what's happening in the streets, social media. As a teacher, you place yourself in a position to change those things by influencing people's attitudes and minds. So if there's something you want to change and you're passionate about it, go into teaching. It could be a starting point. Okay. Secondly, you're a driver. No, we are still on that very same slide. Okay. You're a driver of transformation. Né? Fun fact, Nelson Mandela was an educator. Steve Biko, an educator. Now we are here, years later, there's no longer apartheid. It's because they wanted to transform, to change lives. So they were able to do that by being educators, starting in the classroom, influencing young minds. So if you want to transform, this is also the platform. Okay. Passing of essential knowledge. There's certain knowledge will never die. No matter what technology they create, you will always need. So as a teacher, you will forever be a driver of that knowledge from one generation to another. So let's go to Margaret. It's knowledge you need. They are driving it. That's it. Okay, then the next one. You help humans understand life cycles in order to build new and healthier cycles. Young as you are, there's things that teachers help you understand from how life works so that you can change how it works if it's not healthy. So that's what educators do. And then the last one and most important one, you help people find their place in society. We are all, as humans, looking to find something to do. So as an educator, your most important role is to help people find what they should do. How? Showing them what they are good at and showing them how they can use it to make money and build a life for themselves. Okay, next slide. For example, when you look at that little cartoon, there's someone who's sitting and there's different animals. And they're saying for a first election, everyone has to take the same exam. Please climb the tree. When you look at all of those animals, which ones are going to thrive in this exam? His hand was up, yes? The monkey, yes. Which one also? Yes. The bird, Because why? These are their specialities. But does it mean that the other animals are not special? No, it means they need to be redirected where they would be thriving. So same goes for us as teachers. You help people find what they should do so that they can be better. So in this instance, you'll take the fish to the water. Obviously, they'll never come out of that the pond and climb the tree. It's impossible. The penguin, child. So you help people find their place. That's what you do in education. Okay. Sorry, next slide. I'm very short, it's very brief. Okay, so in a nutshell, as an educator, you help children find opportunities within the circumstances they are born into. You don't choose to be born from a rich home, a poor home, or so forth. You are born into it. So as a teacher, you help a child who's from a poor background to say, listen, yes, you did not choose, but going forward, you should choose to be different, to do something else. So you help children find their talents so that they can change their realities. Like the kids we see here, they did not choose to be born there. They also want to be in a mansion with an AI TV that says, should I change? But unfortunately, they cannot make that choice. But it does not mean they are stuck for life. They need an educator who will hold their hand during these important years called your teenagehood so that they can be better and also develop new lives for their own children. Okay. Next, requirements for teaching. Ne? It's simple. The one, and we hate it so much. I wonder why. Why is that this? Okay. Now, the most important one for teaching, you need English, ne? Either as your home language or your first additional language. Ne? If you are teaching your primary and your grade 7 and 8, that's all you need, English and an NSC bachelor's. Ne? But if you are going to teach your high school, you need to note that you must have the subjects that you wish to teach. What do I mean by this? If I want to teach physics, I must have done physics way in high school so that I can have the basic knowledge of physics. If I want to teach business, I must have the basic knowledge from where? High school. Ne? But if you want to teach Coco Melon, I know your English, then you are safe. Okay, then what qualifications do you need? Okay, you must have the bachelor in education. Ne? It takes about 3 to 4 years of study depending on the institution. That's where they teach you the content, meaning what you're going to deliver in class. But most importantly, what you learn there, it's how to teach the people in front of you. It's not a secret that sometimes as a teacher you wish to have different children in front of you who have a better attitude. But you'll never have those kids. You have to create them. And how do you create them? You go to tertiary and they train you to change people's mindsets and to change how people think so that they can be more positive in the classroom. Cho me way. Yo, that one. Okay, thank you. Then the second one, you can also have your postgraduate certificate in education, also called the PGCE. Let's say you thought at first you wanted to be an accountant. You studied BCom accounting. But you realize 4 or 5 years later that, no, man, I actually want the classroom. I don't like to be alone in an office with papers and a laptop. So you can do this bridging course. It takes 1 to 2 years, and then you go into teaching. So you don't do it for 4 years. It's just 1 to 2 years because you already have content in whatever you were doing. So if you did BCom accounting, you can come into school after your PGC and teach your EMS, your business, economics, and accounting, for example. Okay, thank you. Next slide. Now, responsibilities, just to name a few, just to be clear, teachers' responsibilities, they change every year. When we were kids, teachers were not doing what we were doing. Now we are counselors, we are testing drugs. Hey, a lot is just happening. Ne? But these are the main responsibilities. You plan lessons. Why is it important to plan? The kids you teach are different, and they need a different approach. The way I would teach kids from Kabani, let's say, is different from the way I would teach kids from Egypt. I cannot use examples from Egypt and how people from Egypt live to teach kids from Kabani. So I need to sit and plan and use things that they can relate to, that they see in their daily life so that it makes sense. So one of the responsibilities is planning. And then obviously marking of tasks. Ne? There's your examinations, your assignments, then there's your classworks which prepare you guys for tests, so we mark both. We set question papers, we provide career guidance. Such sessions that are happening here, it's also part and parcel of the educator's responsibility to provide guidance for children. Then we have helping learners cope with traumas. And say, oh ma'am, yesterday my dog bit my dad. I was traumatized. They shot it. Now, Thomas, are you fine? So we are counselors. Eish. And then we become local parents, meaning we are your parents at school. And then we ensure learner safety. When you come and say, Mang Mang is touching me or bullying me, we are the ones who need to make sure that that environment is safe for you. Then the last one, you must identify and redirect learning barriers. Aish. like Menir said, who passed, ne? We cannot all be astronauts and doctors and what I get. Some of us are born with special skills. We need to be redirected to those areas, and educators are the ones to do that, ne? Yes, maybe ukre metso pala, mara wena ba ka o fa motšhini, o well done twangwe. So we need to direct you where you belong. Okay, almost done. Next. Okay, next slide. Positives and negatives, I'm not going to go through it all, but yes, positive, you're an inspiration, you give hope to children from traumatic experiences and you help them find their place. Ne? Negatives, dealing with your generation is something else. Banaba TikTok or the influencer who think they know. You have to always be prepared, show them that you know more than them. Lara challenge alone. So AMA 2000 are the problem, but we are finding a way to teach AMA 2000 way to ne? Finding ways to teach all the kids, dealing with your attitude, and sadly lately we have a lot of addicts in class, victims of abuse and so forth. So we have to always find ways to deal with those kids, because who you are and what happens at home, it informs a lot on how you learn. So we have to always find a gap between the two. Next, I think this is the last one, I hope. We're almost done. Go straight to the last one. I think second last, the most important one. Yes, there we go. Ne? Please stop assuming we don't have money as teachers. I know maybe the way they dress, some of them, they make you believe we don't have money. We do. We do, ne? Please, we do, Agir. Thank you. Okay, now this is educator entry level, 23,000 to 29,000, depending on the school you are in. Then PL2, it's 29,000 to 35, also depending on the school you are in, the department and some factors. Then your PL3, which is your deputy principal, it's 35,000 to 42 per month. Then your principal, 42 to 48,000. So that's what it is. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I believe my time is up.
Thank you, Ms. Khunzi. That was such an insightful message. Next, our last speaker for this session is a brilliant financial expert. Please applaud your hands and let's welcome Ms. Tepiso on the stage, please.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Dumelang. Ninjoni. Shifukile. Nisasakile man. Lebatle joang. I'm so happy to be here. Good day, young people. You're looking so awesome today. It's my privilege, honor today to be here. My name is Tepiso Emelina Maditloya Sekabate. I was born where my family, everyone wanted to give me a name, so that's why I have so many names. I'm originally from Gauteng, but I am found a new home in Rustenburg. DCP, it's my church. Hallelujah. Okay. My career started 2011 when I started at Old Mutual, but I did not study sales. I studied accounting. I have a degree in accounting. But because back in that day, they wanted you to have a 30 years experience while we are 23. So I was like, I cannot just sit here and not do anything. Let me start doing something. I started selling Tupperwares, and then the money was little, I added Avon. The money was little, I added Priceless. The money was little, I added Table Charm. I added Avosh, I added everything until I was comfortable enough at that time. But an event happened 2009 where I got sick for a year, and then after that, I started hunting a job again. And I led at an opportunity at Old Mutual as an aspiring financial advisor. what we call them academy financial advisors. I work at sales. It was not difficult for me because of I had a background of sales because of I was selling. My journey became so easy. In the first 12 months of sales at Old Mutual, we call you an academy financial advisor. You are still brand new from the industry. You don't know anything about sales. And like you just have your metric and your clear credit record and you don't have any criminal record. We take you as an aspiring financial advisor. We take you through the training, 6 months training. In the 6-month training, we teach you about sales. We teach you about our products. The minimum income there, it's 10,000 rands for 6 months. After that, it's purely commission. I get it, you know, sales is commission. Yes. And then after 12 months, you become a junior EFA. And then at 24 months, you become an established financial advisor. Now, when you are an established financial advisor, we need to be fit and proper according to Phase Act. We need to do a regulatory examination, which we call RE. The company pays for you to go and write that examination. After that, you must also be meeting fit and proper requirement. 120 credits, of which you will register or enroll you either with Millpark Education or with University of Free State, where you will be doing your NQ level 5 in financial planning. Young people, while you are still sitting and wondering which application is going to respond, I would encourage you to do sales. I would encourage you to do sales. Get yourself knowledge in sales. Remember, in sales, you are dealing with lot of people, and that will help you to conquer the fear of talking to people if you have one. That will build your confidence. You would be able to express yourself as an individual when you are doing sales. Sales is a door opener to any career. If you are currently sitting with a degree, engineering, and you don't have, you've submitted your CV, and there are no responses. Sometimes in life, it's very important, who do you know? In sales, you will get an opportunity to build your network. Then your network one day will come very profitable when you need it. We have elevated profile also in sales. Elevated profile are the people who might have experience in sales, but not in insurance. You have experience in other parts of sales. Maybe you've been doing cosmetics, you've been doing Truworths, you're doing cosmetics, or any other. In that one, we pay you 20,000 rands. But you must have 15 years experience. You must be working for 15 years. It doesn't necessarily mean the insurance industry that you're going to be working at. It has to be a 15 working insurance. Remember, insurance companies, they like relationships. That is why we partner with your South African police, with your teachers, with your what. So in all those private sectors, we have a relationship standard with them. But with private sectors, we don't have much relationship. That is why when we hire an elevated profile, we hire somebody who's been working for 15 years. We know where that person is going to tap into the market that we can reach into. And then we have an established financial advisor. An established financial advisor is somebody who is working in sales, who's been doing sales. That is the person who calls shots. That is the person when we approach, they tell us how much they want. looking at their profile. We look at your profile, obviously. We look at how much did you sell last year? How much did you, how much APE that did you do? Your turnaround, the submission that you did last year. And based on that, you call the shots. We will give you the money that you want because you have proved, or you will give us what we want. That is your established financial advisor. An established financial advisor, we start them by 30,000 rands. But that, we give you that 30,000 rand while you are still getting yourself up, because of you might be maybe working in other industry, not basically our industry. So we're gonna be teaching our programs, we're gonna be teaching our product at the same time. So while we are still learning, we will be giving you that money. What are the benefits? Especially with Old Mutual, we've got one of the top learning programs. Our learning programs, if you are a previous Old Mutual financial advisor and you happen to go and apply in other companies, they will hire you mainly because of our learning program. Our learning program is one of the best. As I said, we register you, the benefits, we register you to do your RE5. You can do your RE1 if you determine also. A RE1, that is what you want to be a key individual. With Moonstone, and then we also register you with Millpark or Free State University, where you start your NQ level 5. Your NQ level 5, you can start it from NQ level 5, NQ level 6, NQ level 7, and then you write your board exam, and then you become CFP. When we have CFP, you can even open your own brokerage now. You can even leave us and say, no, I don't want you guys. I'm going to open my own brokerage. And should you acquire all that successfully and you ace them, we also will take you up to do your MBA. So in terms of growth, it's highly there. Opportunities that are there, it's relationships, as I say. Relationships, we have markets, you build your network. You might not be successful, but how fitla mole watolandate as an engineer is an HR, and then you happen to present yourself, I'm in sales by default, my experience or my education is engineer, and then you go and meet that person who will take your CV and hire you. You can also, as I said, you can conquer your fears, learn how to speak in front of people, boost your confidence. You can grow your career. If you have your RE, you pass your RE, you pass your NQ level 5, you can be a manager, you can be a regional manager, and you can take it up to provincial manager. You just need to do your job. The achievement that are monetary, not per se, we have the program that we call Club 51. That program is the one that rewards you according to your performance. You can win your offshore trips. Like I've been to Egypt, I've been to Seychelles, I've been so many there. I've been to so many places through Old Mutual. So I've traveled by just being a salesperson. In that 13 years that I've 11 years that I've been with Old Mutual, I started 2 years ago being a manager. My main role currently is a business manager where I recruit young academy financial advisors, train them. If your passion is there, you will sustain. But if your passion is not there, you won't sustain. And Ndade Sibande can adhere to this if he can. But sales industry is one industry that you write the check yourself and say, I want this money. It's the highest paid, but you have to work, you have to put in the effort. Young people, they don't want sales. First thing they would say, get commission. Yes, get commission. I've been here for 14 years, get commission, and I've made it. What makes you say, get commission is because you know you want to be lazy. You know, gore you want the easygoing. Lot of young people that I interviewed, the minute they hear gore, after 6 months, it's mainly commission, they're no longer interested. Yet it's the person who doesn't even have a plan B. Ya gore mosebetsi o tlo o nka kae. So get out of your comfort zone. Learn other skills. In the meantime, Twarako sales, I've got a lot of people who said they started just because of they couldn't find anything. Now they are hooked because they like, if I'm going to get a company that pays me 20,000 rands, currently I'm doing 50,000 rands, I'm not going there. So you might not know. So this is a message that I'm passing. If you interested, tell me. If you have a brother, if you have a sister, as long as you've got a clear credit record, clear criminal records, you have your matric and your driver's license, we are happy to give you an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biso, for for your financial expertise. We're about to enter our first break of the event, and I would like to encourage you guys to just interact amongst yourself, network. If you have questions for the previous speakers that were on stage, please do a follow-up. Go to the tables on the sidelines and just get your questions answered. Before I let you go, I would like for you guys to stand up. We're about to do a war cry for give something like a energy check. So please stand up, young people. Please stand up. We're gonna give a short war cry, and then you guys will be free to engage with our career experts out there. All right, please stand up. All right, so it goes as follows. So this war cry is encouraged by last night's message. If you're there, you know which message I'm talking about. But yes, so it starts like this. We are known, then you guys would say, known, known, we're set apart, 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 we are ordained, 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 we're so cool, 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 cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, we'll start with hush tones, medium, and then we're gonna be loud. So let's do a quick practice, né? We are known, we're set apart, we're ordained, we're so cool, 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 cool. You get it? Okay, but please, guys, loud, have the energy. All right, let's start it. We are we're set apart, we're ordained, we're so. Guys, it's not the rhythm, it's not going right. Let's do it again. All right, we are known, we're set apart, we're ordained, we're so cool, 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 cool. We are known. Okay, don't be too fast. Let's do it again. We are known, we're set apart, apart, apart. We're ordained, ordained, ordained. We're so cool. Please, energy this side. You guys are not giving the energy. I don't know. What's going on? What's going on? Right, let's do it again. We are known, we're set apart, we're ordained, we're so cool. We are known, we're set apart, we're ordained, we're so cool. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. Please interact amongst yourself. Thank you for your energy. I loved it very much. We have a 15 minutes break, by the way, so time's ticking.